Oh, my toes are curling. I don't like this. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome to another adventure with me, ManaMan. And today we'll be playing a little funsy deck I like to call the Graveyard Shift. Now this deck is a fun little mid-rangey type deck that wants to extend the game and go deep into the game and make big graveyards and go ahead and play the Ghoul Caller's Harvest. You can go ahead and grab the Skyclave Shade. You can go ahead and grab the Malevolent Hermit out of the graveyard, amongst other things. The Willow Geist will be, getting bigger and bigger. So there's a lot of synergy. Honestly, this is just a big, just graveyard synergy. If it's in there, it goes into the deck. So starting off, we do have 4 Duress, and I don't care what anybody says. You need to be running 4 Duress if you're running mid-range, because mid-range is an auto lose versus any sort of control or any sort of Izzet. So I absolutely maintain that you need to be running 4 Duress in the main deck. Best of 1, it doesn't matter. Run 4 Duress. You will be able to use the Meathook Massacre. You'll be able to use other things to get around aggro. Honestly, the Willow Geist gives you, life as when it dies. So just don't worry about aggro. There's plenty of ways you can dance around it. And that's pretty much it for Duress. So that gives the ManaMan stamp of approval on that. The Death Bonnet Sprout, nothing much to say. There was only 2 of. We don't want to go crazy with the 1-ofs. So just kind of mills you, grows when you have 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard. It grows pretty good. The Willow Geist is really the breadwinner here in the 1 hole. It has trample whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard. Put a 1/1, and when it dies, you gain life equal to its power. This thing can get absolutely nuts, especially with Gralnuk. Especially with all these Skyclave Shades and Hermits and whatnot. When it comes back, it gives you a +1/+1 counter on the Geist. The Malevolent Hermit is just a really good card. There's not really much else to say. The Skyclave Shade, I know a lot of people don't even really like this card. First off, the art's amazing. But second off, a lot of people, I like this card a lot because it can really add pressure to a lot of decks. It's just a constant threat. They have to always be worried about, can I use this resource to get the Skyclave Shade back? You just drop a land, it comes right back, and even later in the game, you can drop it with 5 with the kicker, and then it gets up 2++1 counters on it. It's very good. I do recommend running the Shade, maybe another Hermit, but we'll see. The Ghoul Caller's Harvest, you don't need to run anything more than 2, because you'll be able to flash it back as the graveyard grows with Renin 7, with Professor Onyx. So that's pretty good. The Witherbloom command is actually really good. It's actually much better than I ever would have expected it to be. Honestly, I wasn't even considering it. And then I play tested one of it for the kicks and LOLs, and it was actually really good. It does fill up your graveyard. You can kill non-creature, non-land permanents with mana 2 or less. That does come up sometimes. Meathooks you can pop because they are technically 2 mana costs, so that's nice. And then any creature with 1 toughness, you can just pop. It gets around something small, like even like Toski or like Indestructible or something. It does get around it because it's a -3/-1. And then you can even pop your opponent for 2 life if you really need. It's very versatile and very good. So the Witherbloom command is here to stay. Meathook Massacre, you could even argue running 4. Because we're kind of hedging our bets here with the Duress and the Meathook Massacre, the 4 seems a little cloggy. So I kind of have 3, but I wouldn't persuade you not to run 4. This is actually one of the more interesting cards I want to feature. It's old stick fingers, excuse me. It kind of reminds me of that old thing. I don't know if maybe I'm just old, but salad fingers. It reminds me just like that. It has the same exact lore, same vibe and everything. So old stick fingers, when you cast a spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. You put all the creatures in the graveyard that way, and the power and toughness are each equal to the number of creature cards you control. It's important to note that only the creature cards revealed that way go to the graveyard, not everything. So like a lot of times you'll think you're getting a big juicer, and it's only the creature cards. If you do land and non or instance spells or whatever, it's not going to do anything. It's only the creature cards. But this is a fun card. I do wish it had trample or something to kind of give it a little bit extra zest worth running, but it doesn't, unfortunately. But it is a very fun card, and it can wall aggro. It can do a lot of different things. So this is a very fun card, and it does have a lot of utility. Old Rutstein, it's fun. I don't know if it's Rutstein, whatever it is, but I think it's funny that both the Golgari cards in this set, or well, not the same set, but in this deck have old Stick Fingers and old Rutstein. So a lot of oldness. I think that's kind of funny. I don't know why. I just thought that was amusing. But this card is very interesting. When it enters the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, you're going to mill a card. If the land is milled this way, you create a treasure token. If it's a creature card, you create a 1/1 insect. And if it's a non-creature, non-land card, you get a blood token. So a little bit RNG, a little bit random is good. But this card, it's so underrated. You can really pop off with some unexpected value, especially versus any deck, really. You can get mill a card or a mill a land, excuse me, and then you'll go ahead and ramp one for a treasure. You can go ahead and get a 1/1 green insect token, which you can use to just chump something versus aggro, and then a blood token is a wild card, to be honest with you, but you can use it to fix your hand and stuff. So this card generates a lot of value. It's actually quite the sleeper, and on a 1/4 body, it does wall aggro pretty well. Gralnuk is an absolute stud. It's very slow, so warning. I mean, when you play it, it doesn't do anything. It's a 3/3. It's very vulnerable, unfortunately. This card is slow. But when you get going and you attack, you mill 3 cards. Whenever permanent is put from your graveyard to the library, you exile it with a Croak counter, and then you can play the lands and cast the spells, as long as they have the Croak counter on them, which they obviously always will. So this and Willow Geist is a natural pair in heaven. These cards, and you could obviously, even without the Willow Geist, you just generate so much value that it is worth running. So the only blue cards we're running here are the Gralnuk, I hope I'm saying that right, and then the Malevolent Hermit out of the graveyard. But I do think that these cards alone, especially the Gralnuk, are worth running blue exactly for. Otherwise, you could just run a Golgari set, and I'm sure it'd probably be pretty decent with this shell. But next we have the Run 7. There's nothing. What else do you need to hear about it? I mean, you already know what it does. It reveals the top 4 cards of your library. It put all land cards revealed that way into your hand. You get to fuel your graveyard. You get to generate mana or value. You get to, you can put all the land cards in your hand tapped. You can create the tree folk creature, which is what we do the first turn it comes out most of the time. But it does fill your grave. It's a constant threat. Ren 7, Ren and Stimpy is just a great card. Nothing else to say. Professor Onyx is a good card, needless to say. Whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. If you just have a crazy wide board and your opponent has a crazy wide board and like you're just in this weird stalemate where you don't really have a meat hook and you have this just gives you a win condition, because every time you're going to play a Ghoul Caller's Harvest or a Witherboom Command or anything, or even like a Duress or something, you're going to pop 2, gain 2, pop 2, gain 2. So that is a really, really underrated aspect of this card. Otherwise, I don't have to explain why it's good. Otherwise, you lose 2 life. Look at the top 3 cards. You're fueling your graveyard, or you can take the -3. Each opponent sacrifices with the creature with the greatest power, and the -8 is obviously a borderline win condition. So that's pretty much it. We are running nothing too crazy here. 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrants, a bunch of pretty lands. We've got some forest here, Shipwreck Marsh, all the good stuff. Nothing too crazy here. We are running 1 Agadeem's Awakening, so it's just kind of there. I don't even know. I might take it out. It's just a 1 of right now. It does require 3 black, which is a little restrictive. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it yet, but it's here to stay for now. So we'll test it out, but other than that, this is a good deck. I can't wait to showcase it for you. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Hutter-chan, how you doing? Liliana meets Soren. Both spooky. Real spooky. Let's go ahead and keep this. Wonder if we're gonna play that beautiful Duress. This gives us green. I think that's our only green source. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's Duress you. What you got for us? Ooh, okay. Doomscar is not that bad. Divide by 0 is annoying. Ugh. What is the worst thing that they can do to us? I'm gonna get rid of this. Divide by 0 is just so good. Plus we'll have the Malevolent Hermit to hopefully take care of the Doomscar, so that'll be nice. Can't play the Hermit anyway. So let's go ahead and just apply some pressure here with the Skyclave Shade. Don't think they're going to be wanting to waste the Doomscar, especially if they play the, what is this little puppy, the Judgment Boy, the Faithbound Judge. Won't be wanting to Doomscar that away. Sunset Revelry, very good card. I highly recommend it. What do we want to do here? The Shipwreck down. Probably gonna Doomscar. Sunset Revelry just goes right against this so well. Let's go ahead and drop the old Rutstein. If they want to really Doomscar it just for that, I think we can live with that. Otherwise, the Rutstein will be providing a lot of value here. Faithbound Judge, interesting. You get more mana. Mana sources with these little treasures. I love how like they're actually little eyeballs. They made their own treasure just for him. That's really cool. That's really cool. Green. Okay. Don't think I want to activate you. Skyclave Shade. 1, 2. We can go ahead and get rid of this, but that also gets rid of our Rutstein. And then they go ahead and what? It comes back. Oh my gosh, it doesn't come back, but I don't know if I just want to waste it here. Let's go ahead and just drop this. We can go ahead and counter anything they put out anyway. No attacks. Go ahead and get your counter. They are gonna Doomscar. Okay. We'll counter that. It's kind of a weird matchup here, because, like, I've got investment in the board, they have investment in the board. They're trying to Doomscar, which... More treasure, more land, more nothing. This is not good. I don't really want to get rid of the Rutstein, but we can always bring it back with the Agadeem, so it doesn't seem like it's the end of the world. We're starved for what? Black? Let's go ahead and go black. We never need more than one blue anyway without a Malevolent Hermit. So... is this the move we want to do? Say goodbye to Rutstein? We can't have this. This is too annoying. Has Disturb. What do we want to do here? Let's go ahead and try it out. Doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel great. They can always Disturb it. Think they have one less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they can't play it yet. What next turn? I mean, we had to set ourselves up for something, and the Agadeem's Awakening at least gives us something here. And never mind, because unless they have a counter, we're looking really good now. So let's go ahead and drop this. Not that it matters. Oh, please do not have a counter. Just one blue? Should I have played the, okay. So I gotta make sure here. So we got blue, green, 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 blue, black, black. If they go ahead and snag a blue and counter me, I'm gonna be intensely sad. So let's go green here. And we don't. Whew, that was actually pretty nerve-wracking.
Under my tutelage, even you.
Let's go ahead and get this lose one life going. Oh my gosh, where's our spells? Where's our Renin in 7s? Do we want the Hermit? We already have a Hermit in the grave, so we'll go ahead and take this. We'll just go ahead and do this. Might as well. Unfortunately, we don't have one left, so it's not like we could even keep the Malevolent Hermit's counter ability. Okay. Okay. Not the end of the world, but definitely not the beginning of it, I'll tell you that right now. Oh, we do have another one. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm so scared of blue. Just always has me shaking in my boots, you know? I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. This will be absolutely horrendous to get countered here. But they didn't have it the first time, so I'm feeling kind of good about it. And that is awful. That's awful. That could be the game right there. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so we should have played the Malevolent Hermit first. That feels absolutely terrible, but it's okay, maybe. Oh God. Choose up to. Okay, so you're gonna pay the thingy. This and this. Okay. Okay. No. Yeah, nothing too bad there. I thought that was gonna be way worse than it actually was. Still just have one. Don't have too much in the grave going on here, so shut the old Rutstein. Faithful Mending. Faithful Mending's a very good card. So they are packing the Saw It Coming. We finally get a Ghoul Caller's Harvest. So that's really nice. What do we want to do here? That would only create one, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Skyclave Shade. I lied. We'll go ahead and pass turn here. This is really grindy. The Ghoul Caller's Harvest is not even close to ready, but hopefully we can do something here. Faithful Mending, very good card. Memory Deluge. Okay, so we're gonna have to we're definitely on a clock here. We're gonna have to do something pretty quick here. I'm gonna use the blood to get rid of the Skyclave Shade. Hopefully get something a little good here. Hopefully a run in 7, to be completely honest with you. That would be a very good draw. Divide by 0. I don't think that's the end of the world. We do get a duress, even though I don't think it matters that much right this second. I want to be careful, make sure I don't have enough blue. So I don't want you to cast the Archaics. Go ahead and ditch that. This still just does not have enough value to generate anything. Just to create 2 zombies, this just doesn't seem very good. Let's go ahead and drop the Rutstein. More blood. I don't think we need the Meat Hook Massacre at this point. So let's go ahead and draw. There we go. Now we're going to be cooking. Maybe. Let's go ahead and kill that. Save the blue. So hopefully we can counter with the Hermit. Oh boy. Well, I mean, we gotta at least try, right? At least be annoying. Maybe they can't cast Faithful Mending now if they want to pay that. It's at least something. So they do it. So we're down to 3. Let's go ahead and drop the Ren in 7. Definitely gonna have to just create the Tree Folk. Drop for black. Do we want the Hermit? The Shade? 2 in the air. This is more damage. Okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna outpace them. That was a grindy matchup, but that's honestly what this deck is. So a win is a win. So let's go ahead and kick this off with the Infamous. How you doing today? Soren meet Liliana. We go first. We have an okay hand. It's very adequate enough to keep. See if we want to get cute with the land drops here. I'll go ahead and drop this, just so it can be untapped turn 1. I think I like that. Sounds good to me. Oh my goodness, this bat is the absolute worst pet in history. Oh, we are not going to let this thing grow. So let's go ahead and drop the forest. Witherbloom Command. Mill 3 cards. Boom, boom. Target player. This always screws me up because there's a target opponent and target player. So whenever you click those two, it gets a little confusing. But anyway, target player, control me. Let's go ahead and kill you. Let's go ahead and just drop the Deathcap Glade. And I'm just mesmerized by that art. That's beautiful. It's a solid turn 2. Your move. Tainted Adversary. Very good, very good. Do we have any creatures? We do have one creature. So the old Stick Fingers is alive. We can play it. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Go ahead and reveal all these cards. So we get a 2/2. He's not very big right now, but I assure you he will grow if he lives. They drop the Headless Rider. Headless Rider is a very good card. I mean, whenever another non-token zombie you control dies, create a 2/2 zombie creature token. And the tokens don't have Decayed. I think that's a very important distinction. They actually don't even have Decay, which, I mean, that's very good. So what to do here? What to do? We'll go ahead and just drop the blue here. We can't really outpace by going double Skyclave because we are slow. If we drop the Grolnook, the Meat Hook isn't as good. So I don't really care. We're just gonna drop the Grolnook. Should we just attack here? I think we should. Let's just do it. They'll probably let it go. We're going to be wanting to attack with the Grolnook next turn anyway to get that advantage. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, this card's really good too. This card's really good. They get so much out of all of their resources here. Play the Deathcap Glade. Don't really want to kill everything because they just get tons of triggers off this. I'm gonna go ahead and swing with the Grolnook, see what we can get. Okay. They're gonna go ahead and replenish their resources here. Stick Fingers will get a little bump. I was really hoping I could get a little something else, but we're gonna go ahead and, nonetheless, we're gonna have to play this Meat Hook. It's not pretty, but it's pretty much the only thing we can do here. I'm gonna get tons of resources back. Go ahead and get all your 2/2s. Whew. Alright, let's go ahead and play the duress. Nothing there. Ooh. This is not looking very good, huh? Ugh. Hopefully we can get some big power spells, because we really need it. Stick Fingers is enough to wall, so that's nice. The Art Ghoul of Thraben, man. Woo-wee. Let's go ahead. This doesn't do much good at all, unfortunately. I don't really want to trade this either. I think we should just go drop a big fat Skyclave Shade. I mean, what else can we really do here? Should we just go double? Yeah, let's do double. Let's just go double. I don't want to swing with this because that is our way out. They are running a... They're trying to be pretty aggro here, so... Let's see if we can call their bluff here. In the Mist. See, they're thinking. As am I. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do here. I'm just as nervous as you, buddy. Promise you that. We're not looking so hot here. We'll need a Renin 7 or a Liliana quick. They've even got the Faceless Haven. Alright. They're gonna use the three mana. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Create some of that. And that's brutal. And that's gonna be absolutely gut-wrenching. So we gotta save the land. Oh my gosh, this thing, they can't block anyway, so we might as well swing these. See what happens. They might just let them through. They might, I don't even know what they're gonna do. They might let the adversary block them. Yeah, see, they're gonna let them through. Okay, they don't want them to come back even bigger. I don't blame you. I don't think we really have any other choice. I'm gonna mill 3, return a land card for whatever. And I'm just going to pop them. Can't get a kill, so I'm going to target myself here, target the opponent. And we mill that Renin 7 off the top. That is awful. That makes me feel so bad. Play this down, pass turn. Stick Fingers is getting bigger, but we need a big spell in order to have any sort of shot realistically in this contest. Now it's got Death Touch. I do not want to touch that. I'm going to swing here just to get damage off, I suppose, because these are not going to... I'm going to be able to block one of these. Okay, block you. And those Decayed Zombies are going to activate the Meat Hook. They obviously are going to activate the Art Ghoul of Thraben. Still don't know what the heck. Can't pronounce cards. The Thraben is so good. I mean, that's... I'm going to gain life, but they're going to outpace me at this rate, so... Hopefully Stick Fingers can get big and stay big. The Hermit, I guess it's better than nothing, but not ideal at all. Not great. So... What do we even do here? Nothing has more than 4 toughness, so I think I could probably swing. Should I swing with the Stick Fingers? It's hard. It's hard. I'm gonna try and get this out because this thing can fly, so maybe... Let's just do that. It doesn't feel good. This is genuinely kind of hard. They're gonna double block. Wow. Okay, so we'll get a double trigger off the Meat Hook Massacre. They'll get a bunch of triggers. I don't even know how much that is. They'll get a bunch of triggers off the Art Ghoul. Okay. Let's see what they do. Love the sleeves for mono black, by the way. Those are pretty. Big old nothing. Okay. I'm gonna drop this puppy. We're gonna get our Skyclave mages back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go ahead and drop Shade. Want to be careful. Make sure the auto thingy doesn't screw us here. Another Shade. And nope. Oh, did we get ruined? We did get ruined. We don't have a blue in the chamber now. I even made oh my gosh, I thought this was a blue. Oh my gosh, you pretty art. You just ruined me. Okay, well, we can't negate anything. I don't think they're running any, you know, non-creature spells anyway, but it would have been nice to have that in the pocket. I don't think the Fellsinger is very good here because, again, it's just going to activate the meat hook. And it's just, they're going to bleed out, and then they actually lose 2, which seems good most of the time. It just seems like a small drawback, but that's actually going to be very detrimental. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, the Agadine's Awakening. You've got to be kidding me. That's brutal. Okay. So when my creature dies, you lose life, don't you? You're gonna get the Headless Rider. I think I need this to be flying, so this is a guarantee. I need this to die. I think I'm good with Stick Fingers dying. Yes. They're both gonna die. They're gonna get some triggers here. We're gonna gain some life. They're gonna lose some life. Some craziness is happening. They don't have much mana to go even more wide than they already are. Oh my goodness. Okay. We gotta think this out. This might have been just a little bit too late. This, unfortunately, is a 2, so we would need 3 turns with this in the air. Are we going to be able to... what do we do here? What do we do? Swinging doesn't even do anything. I guess they just lose some life. I think that's the move here. Because the meat hooks are going to activate worst case scenario, right? Okay. They're going to get some more pop-offs. Oh man, this is rough. And then be able to get this. I'm trying to just think of any way we can even just kind of win here. I think we play this. Or do we play this? We need if we want any shot to win, we need something in the air. So this feels so bad, but if we play this, it's not going to do anything. They're going to be able to just recoup so easily. So this is our win condition. It feels god-awful. We're going to get murdered this next time. If we could draw a Duress, I would laugh so hard, and it would set the video off so well, because the Duress would literally win us the game off of the Magecraft here, and it would just be normally a dead card in this matchup. So I'm hoping we can survive one more blow and just pray to the high heavens. Maybe like a Witherbloom Command would win us the game. We have outs. Like, this is a winnable game. Somehow, with how crazy wide this board is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Do your worst. Do your worst. That's a lot of power, huh? It's a lot of power. That's gonna give me a life, so that's also gonna give them more power, so it's not good. I think they do have lethal here. So they do have lethal, I believe. That'd be 22, 25, 27. Yeah, they absolutely have lethal. So I'm gonna actually have to chump block. 24, yeah, that's lethal. That's so unfortunate. So let's go ahead and chump. Let's go ahead and chump you. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent will lose 1 life. Yeah. Yep, got to. That's so unfortunate. Can I even draw anything here? Oh my gosh, that's so... That's not gonna cut it.
Liliana Vess? Sorry, haven't heard that name before.
Just for the funsies. Lose the life.
Never thought I'd miss the...
That's gonna be a good game. We'll give him the good game. Wah, wah, wah. Hello, Marcel. How are we doing today? Not too bad. Keep that. Bang, bang, bang. Keep this for the Death Bonnet. Sprout. Sprout our way to victory. Unless they're just gonna rope us. I don't know. They're gonna rope us. Collect this bat. I hate this bat. There we go. Sprout it up, baby. No sleeves. Boo. Lots of blue today. Lots of blue. I don't like blue. As long as you don't have, like, what, Fading Hope, we'll be okay. Go ahead and mill one. We kind of need that for the black source, so that sucks. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, it's the same difference. Whatever. We'll pop you for 1. Be on our way. Hopefully this Growlnook that I'm eyeing up in this hand can provide us some big time value. That's the thing with blue players too, is they're always just so slow to act, because they're just blue. It's just so blue of you. That was a quick turn, so maybe I should be a little nicer. Go ahead and drop this, because we don't have a 3-drop anyway. Drop the Skyclave. Swing, and pass turn. Wonder if because they are running white, so Doomscar would be not so good here. Wonder what you're planning here, Marcel. Deserted beach, okay. Pass turn, really? How devious. Give me a creature, come on. You know you want to. Another land, shooty. I'm halfway tempted to play the Duress because, you know, reasons, but I am halfway tempted to play the Duress, but I'm not going to do such a thing. Let's go for it. Counter or Doomscar the next turn? Which one shall it be? Doomscar the next turn it is, okay. Oh dear God, please be gentle. There it is. Well, we did have to be, you know, reasonable and see it coming. We do have an okay play here. Well, yeah. I was gonna make him big and fat, but we do have to play the Duress. This doesn't hurt the Onyx very much. So I don't really mind that. I don't want you to dig. You don't have very many power spells here, so I don't want you to dig. We'll play the Skyclave and be on our way. You'll probably Fading Hope it. I'd be very surprised if you didn't. Oh, okay. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming. As long as there's no counters, I think we'll be okay. Because now, we get to play Onyx. Yeah, they can divide by 0, but we will get to play the +1. Unless they just top deck the counter. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Blue. It's so blue. Come on, not another divide, right? Phew, okay, let's go ahead and pop this off.
The essence of life.
Oh, Groundlook, welcome to the party. The Aghanim was a close consideration, only not really, because we don't have a full graveyard.
Guess you don't need my help.
I do need your help. I do need your help a lot. That's the problem. And you left me, Liliana. I mean, Onyx. Shh, don't tell anybody. You're back! She's back! Oh, go ahead and get this. Anything that resolves versus blue is just a godsend. Oh, why? Why? What is this?
Never thought I'd miss the library.
Oh, your library. Your library. Ouchie. We're doing better than against most blue, but it's still not. This is still pretty unsettling because you know they're gonna draw the bomb spell here soon. If Onyx can live, we might be okay. Like, we just need something to live. Onyx, Groundlook next turn. The meat hook's pretty much dead. Pass turn. I'm wasting 0 time resolving this +1. I do get a stick fingers, oh my gosh. I think the move is to play this.
There has to be an answer here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana outside the Groundlook. Let's go ahead and play this. I wonder if this is gonna resolve. If it does, I'll laugh. I'll laugh. There's like pretty much no way. So they are gonna use the deluge. Okay, they're gonna dig deep. It's pretty much no way, right? That's not gonna last, I don't feel like. As long as the Onyx lives, well, there's a shot. I mean, if they use, okay, Foretell. Oh, my toes are curling. I don't like this. Oh, just do it already. Just whatever you got, just do it. Wow, we did it! We did it! We did it! Let's go! Oh my god! Greetings, opponents. No green in the opening hand. That is quite the issue. Ugh. I'm gonna keep it. It's not great. We do have way other stuff to play with the meat hook and the hermit, so I'm not too concerned. As long as we can find a green by, you know, sometime. Shouldn't be that crazy bad. Should I kill you? Well, I'll definitely kill the aspirant. That much is for sure. Go ahead and do this. And this. Target a player. Target you. Leave the island open. Just, I mean, they're not really playing too many not too many non-creature spells, just because mono white typically doesn't play a whole lot. So we'll go ahead and see what happens here. This is actually pretty rough, because whenever more cards are put into exile during your turn, don't really have anything on my turn, but this thing's gonna keep growing. The Spirit Doge. Oh, you're bigger than me now. Ouchie. The old meat hook isn't really doing it yet. The problem becomes if I put later this Rutstein, will it survive the massacre that I'm wanting to set up for later? Well, let's see. I'm actually going to go ahead and swing with this. Okay. We do have a chump blocker. Chump blockers are always nice versus aggro. The Rutstein really comes in clutch versus aggro. Oh, introduced to black. Spellbinder. And now they're going to put some pressure by removing this massacre. It's going to bump the familiar. We have a chump blocker for you. Go ahead and I'm not going to mess around here. Just chump block here. Another chump blocker. Welcome to the party. We've missed you. This is actually kind of a weird spot, because we almost want to go aggro. We can swipe everything for 2. Leave this thing here, but I don't think that's really that great. You can just go ahead and swing here. With Menace. They're not going to block. And just go aggro. Doesn't seem awful. Doesn't seem terrible, I guess. Can drop this big juicer. This Agadeem's getting set up for this Gromnook. That's 2 turns away. I'm gonna opt not to use this. We'll keep this. The Malevolent Hermit doesn't really do us any good here, so let's go ahead and just do... Oh, we can't do that. I can't count. So let's go ahead and just drop a fatty. Pass turn. The Stonebinder's Familiar is really going to be irksome here. Another Aspirant. Okay, we're going to really have to use something. Trespasser. This card's really good with Stonebinders. That's really good. Ouch, ouch. Get some ping action, a little combo action going. On the Spellbinder, of course. You can fly and I cannot. Go ahead and chump ya. A land would be pretty cool. Oh, there we go. We'll go ahead and get a treasure. And we do get a Wrenn in 7. Okay. So now we're getting a little more comfy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, so we can play the X for 3, wipe the board here, save the Rutstein. I'm thinking that is the play. I think that's the play. Before I do that, let's go ahead and swing in with this. Might as well get free damage. This is as ward, not first strike. So if we can get free damage, that's always good. Okay. We trade here, so ended up would have been being better, just not swinging. But, oh well. That's okay. We're going to sweep the field here. We're going to gain some life. That'll be nice, because the Stonebinder's Familiar is going to crunch us in the head. They do have the Cave of the Frost Dragon for some extra support. Oh my gosh, another Trespasser. Oh, they're gonna ping us for one swing in. I think we're okay. This is gonna hurt. Puppy dog is gonna bite us. I think we're okay. We do get another land here. Another land. That's a little too much land for my liking. We'll bump up the Renin 7. See, we got 1, 2, 3. We should have enough to cast the Malevolent Hermit from the grave. So let's go ahead and pop this puppy. This puppy. I'll make sure I'm not making a mistake here. I'm a little nervous. This puppy. And pass turn. Honestly, I'd be okay with trading here. The Stonebinder's familiar. Oh, that's so brutal. Oh, that's the top deck of a lifetime. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. That's a gut punch. That is quite the gut punch. So, okay. I'm gonna bounce you and then probably chump you. They opt not to, because it's a moot point. I don't really care about my non-creature spells. Chump you. Pray to live another day. Okay. More land, that's not going to do it, and we do get another meat hook. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Before we do anything, land is good. Land is life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. That -2 is 7. Oh boy. Oh boy. You are the weakest links. Goodbye. Oh wait, hold on. Which one was that? Oh god, I think it was this one. Okay. Phew, sometimes I do get ahead of myself. I'll click the wrong one. Won't even resolve correctly. That would be so sad. A Spellbinder. I think even with that, it's not that big a deal. Because you do get another Renin 7. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and fill the grave. May hopefully get some more targets here. Oh, and we do get the Ghoul Caller's Harvest. It's not quite ready for action yet. This will cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we do have 4 in the chamber. So I do think we have a Gralnook in here, correct? We do. And a Stick Fingers and a Rutstein. So let's go ahead and activate Agadim. For 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe that should be good. Stick Fingers, Gralnook, Rutstein. Do we have another one to save the Stick Fingers? No. We don't, so it would just come back and die anyway. That's okay, we'll take him for the ride. We'll take him for the LOLs. We'll take him for the meat hook trigger. There we go. Boom, take that 1 life. So we can just pretty much coast from here. We'll get way too much value with the Gralnook and the Rutstein. Okay. To be expected. I'm glad they're going for this because we obviously have another one, and we're just gonna have too much value here. I think it's pretty much over. It is night for whatever that's worth. Go ahead and drop this. This still only got 1. We went ahead and removed some of our graveyard power, so the Ghoul Caller's Harvest isn't very relevant right now. Should drop this before I drop the land. But that is okay. We dropped the second Ren and Stimpy. Creature. Do we just want the single one? I mean, does it really do anything? We're not going to get any more because of Gralnook. Yeah. Yeah, we can just swing here. Get our creatures with Gralnook. Make sure the Willow Geist bumps up. Opponent goes ouchie. What do we want to do here? Yeah, why not? Okay, we didn't even get to play the Ghoul Caller's Harvest, but you get the idea. So we're back here at the hideout, and all in all, this deck is really fun. Anytime I can play some sort of standard deck with Graveyard, Synergies, Golgari, even like, I guess this is a little sprinkled with blue, so Sultai. I'm always gonna do it. Graveyard synergies are always a good time. I do think that the weakest point of this deck is easily not having any spot removal. There's plenty of matchups where I was like, man, I really just wish I had some spot removal. We do have the Meat Hook Massacre, which is amazing. It's a great card, and then the Witherbloom Command. But if you're targeting something that obviously doesn't have 1 toughness, well, you're kind of SOL. So obviously the biggest problem would definitely be addressing some of the more spot removal spots. And then the other thing is maybe extending the mana curve a little bit. Right now we are a little bit shallow, and this deck does struggle late game in some matchups. But other than that, I do think it's a pretty good deck. Go ahead and tweak it, maybe to see what you like. The Agademe actually did end up saving us, so I'm glad I have the 1 copy of it. It was actually really, really ironic that I was kind of dogging it a little bit in the intro. So that's really interesting. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and leave a like with the button. I mean, it looks just like that. Subscribe, tell me how ugly I am, whatever you want to do. Until then, I will see you on the next adventure. ManaMan out.